Mom and I are now here at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. There are so many more roller coasters to ride here today, and 1 extra hour compared to yesterday.
Wish us luck.
What are your first impressions? It's much more.
It's very open. It's like built in a quarry, it looks like.
There are Six Flags. All around. Let's go get better. No, we go to the rope. Okay. Today at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, we are meeting some friends at Rope Drop. Now, I'm not sure that my mom knows that rope drop is an actual rope dropping. I can't really blame her though. I think we've literally only done this like 1 time before. Anyways, that's where we're going right now. Okay. Which we may or may not find. Look at that alligator.
I'm looking at this thing.
That doesn't look like an alligator to me.
That's what I was saying. They really got it nicely decorated for Mardi Gras.
You do.
So where is the road?
I don't know. I haven't been here before. See, there's the rope.
Whether you are with friends or family.
Well, we're moving, so. Our friends are notably not here at the rope drop, but we've got 11 roller coasters to ride today, so we gotta get going. They'll catch up. See, rope drop.
Go ahead and start right.
Yeah, they're late.
About 10 minutes.
That's okay.
What are you?
We're going to Rattler.
Okay. You really want to start on that one?
Yeah. Because then we don't have to wait for it later. I do think it'll probably be my favorite one.
I'm sure I like that one.
Yeah.
Again, it's still psychologically, I can't understand how I can do that straight down and not like a dog ride.
Well, because you're looking down.
So I know where I'm going.
Which is why the
And I know when it's going to happen.
That's why I think the swing
Well, see,
would be
I don't know when
best.
it's going to happen either.
The sign does not really match what I feel like it should look like.
So we're about to do our first ride on Iron Rattler because it was closest, you know. There's the train. I'm not feeling like this is a Six Flags park. This is like nice. Look, it's really pretty.
Like that mine train looks good.
There it goes.
The first half was way better than the second half, but it also was like the second train of the day. It was probably slower, so we're gonna probably ride it again later. And it'll be faster. Now that we've added 2 more members to our party, we've found out that everybody else is over at Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster, which is a very long name. This is the first time that I'm ever seeing this ride, and honestly, it looks great from here. You can't tell that there's anything wrong with it. Their kids love this ride. What was the first thing I had to say about it? The screens look really cool.
What is it?
The screens on the side.
Oh, yeah.
I was worried they'd be like real fragile and half of them would be out, but it looks nice still.
How you been? You enjoying life?
I'm an adult now. Oh, there's the funny looking screens. It's still cool though. They put screens all over that.
Those are so finicky, like on stage, and they don't move. They're like constantly falling out, and here it's like shaking, so.
We met the other adults in the party, and then we got in line to ride Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster on the red side. As you can see, you get really close to the lift hill, which is cool, but the tires are bald. Now this ride looks really cool. Gotta be honest about that. However, it is so loud, which indicates that it is so rough, and let me tell you, it was. Never in my life have I ridden a kiddie coaster that is any amount of rough at all until I rode this one. It was a distracting amount of rattle, and I cannot believe, actually, I can believe that it's in this park, but I didn't show up here expecting to be a hater. I like to be positive, but this ride sucked. Genuinely terrible. Looks cool though.
This one's on your list, right?
It can be. This one is for the kiddie coaster, but if I'm allowed. Oh, that's not where we're going, but yes. I've never been on one of these, so I will. It does spin, but not fast.
You and your little team of dimwits are no match for what we have planned.
Oh my gosh! That's so funny.
Oh, we've got lots of fun in store for your little citizens.
Oh my gosh! That's so cool.
With some loving gas.
The absolute last thing that I expected to happen when I got in line for the Big Frisbee was to be met with an entire haunted house pre-show at a Six Flags park. If you can't tell, I was not particularly excited to ride the Big Frisbee. It goes high, it spins. I don't like either of those things, but I deal with it. Michelle, however, did not like the Big Frisbee.
Do you feel like you could touch the sun up there?
It is high.
They want to go inside the haunted house, but not go on the ride.
That's not a haunted house.
Yes,
No, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Like you go in a room and the door shuts, like where they're waiting, and then you walk through. It's like a little haunted house.
We were not expecting that to happen at all.
Michelle needed a break after that, which was honestly understandable, so my mom and I headed over to Superman Krypton Coaster, which wasn't really a break because we did hit our heads, but it looked super cool though. More on that later. First, we gotta get harassed by the Six Flags employee. It's part of the experience. And let's take a minute to look at the supervillain swing. It looks awesome. Why don't they all look like that? But back to Superman. Yes, it did bang my head around a bunch, but the ride experience was so good that I can excuse literally all of that. The elements were interesting, the view was nice, it was great.
It's kind of like the Kumba twist.
After that, it was unfortunately time for Batman the Ride.
Oh my gosh.
This is not normal.
I didn't like it any more than I usually do, but we've done it now, I guess.
I never have great luck with those. I think this time we only flipped 1 or 2 times, which is just miserable. I don't like them. But nothing was as miserable as what we rode next. Are you ready? Do you see it back there? Wonder Woman Golden Lasso Coaster was the biggest disappointment that I've had since becoming an enthusiast. It was insanely rough, not fun. Now don't go telling me that they're gonna get new trains, because I know that. But I've ridden Railblazer, which opened like a month later and does not feel as awful as that roller coaster did. I am so upset. And that was my mom's first single rail, and now she just thinks they suck. Next up, we headed to the boardwalk and we took a ride on this disco. Now, I've been on a disco that has a hump in the middle before, but I've never been on one like this. And honestly, I liked this one better, I think.
I don't know if Mark is having a good time. He looks a little stressed.
He's got a lot of spirit.
After we rescued Mark from the disco, our next objective was to ride Pandemonium over there in the corner. Now, you and I both know that this is not a unique ride, not a unique experience, and I've been on at least 2 before. Unfortunately, when we got there, we found out.
Oh, it's not open.
They were testing it. I bet
Maybe. They are trying to open it.
My poor mom is so stressed that I'm not gonna get all my roller coaster credits today. I don't know what it was about today, but she was on the lookout, and I love her for it. The group decided that that situation was probably going to resolve itself, so my mom and I headed off to get another height-restricted credit. You see that green guy over there? That one right there?
It looks so crazy. But I guess
love it.
I never thought the flight of fear was that tall. But it goes up there. I like the lights on this. It looks really cool.
So this is Poltergeist, and I was pretty much guaranteed to like this given the theming and also that it is literally an identical copy of the Flight of Fear, which was number 1, my first launch coaster. Number 2, I think probably my favorite ride at King's Dominion. So I was excited to ride it outside. Here, standing observing the cycle, it looks slow. I don't know if it is actually slow, like as the Flight of Fear is, or if it just is slow because it's outside, or if Flight of Fear is exactly as slow, but because you're inside you feel like you're going faster. But this ride honestly meanders so hard towards like the back 75%. Fortunately, the queue and everything more than made up for the fact that the ride was good, but not great, and that's where we're going next. Ah! I saw a lot of impressive theming at Six Flags Fiesta Texas this day, but this took the cake, and I may be biased because I just really like haunted stuff, but this place was cool. Every single thing was themed. Do you see what I'm seeing right now? Even the item bins across the train are themed.
We're about halfway through our day here at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. We just got off of Poltergeist. We have been spending some time with family, so I obviously have not been talking as much. That's probably fine. Nobody likes when I do that anyway. This place rocks. Like, we were just inside the Poltergeist queue, and I was like, where am I right now? It's so nice. Like, every queue is so nice for no reason, like at all. We were waiting for the Joker ride. We walked through a whole haunted house before you get on the big frisbee. Hello, Poltergeist. That's crazy. This place is awesome. Literally awesome. Oh, how long after we left did it open?
The kids and I literally sprinted onto Pandemonium, and I don't think I've waited so little for one of these ever. After walking for a little bit, we ended up in Europe. I don't know what Fiesta Texas is about.
We're out of here. We're not paying $20.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, see you next weekend. They're our ride or die friends. We hang out with them almost every single weekend. We go on trips. We're very
We continued walking through Europe, and I do think that this might be Fiesta, Texas's, like, shopping district. I'm still very confused as to why Europe is here at all. But we got to see some cool scenery. Everything looks very nice, as is expected. Eventually, we did come across something particularly interesting, though. Those are scary-looking people. What's up with that?
There's a show in 15 minutes. You want to do the show? Because mind you, we can come whenever, so it's totally up to what you guys
We can do the show. Mom likes shows.
I like shows.
I mean, we both like shows.
And in the next 35 minutes, I received my world-class Texas-style sunburn. They really gotta add some shade here. Aside from the sunburn I got, that was a good show. All of the performers were extremely talented. I did think it was a little bit loud, but if that's the worst thing that happens, we're doing alright. Next up was Boomerang Coaster Coaster. You know the drill, you get pulled up the lift hill backwards and then you zoom through the station. You head into a cobra roll, which I hate, and then you do one loop here. After that, you do it all again backwards. I hated it, and I don't have anything else to say about it. My mom, on the other hand.
When you go forward and then you boomerang back, you go backwards. The backwards is much more rough than the front, because then you're in the back car then.
The only other boomerang we've been on was Sidewinder at Hershey Park. I know they renamed it Shut Up. I liked that one when I was a kid. On our left here, you'll see Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger. But you know where we're going now? The Mine Train, Roadrunner Express, baby! It wasn't the worst one I've been on. I really liked the theming. Now we are at Dr. Diabolical's cliffhanger, and my small friend is not tall enough to ride.
You're so close!
She's human. And then nonsense about a company picnic, please. It's on her.
As you can see, the pre-show for this ride is very cool, and the coaster itself was solid. If Six Flags Fiesta Texas can have this quality of a pre-show, more of these Six Flags can.
Of course, I am Dr. Diabolical. I wanted to let you all in on a little secret. The real reason you are all here.
My instrument knows your choice. You must leave at once. The extractor mechanism is malfunctioning. It appears to be broken.
No matter.
Out of all of the dive coasters that I've been on, I would say that this one felt like it was the shortest, but it was very smooth, which is something that I cannot say about Valraven. It did all the classic stuff, you know, that 3-second hold, the dive Bimmelman? I don't care. It was fun. My favorite part was the airtime hill at the end, though I do wish that it was longer. But that's my only complaint. Right here, we were very close to another fan favorite ride. You know we had to head over to Iron Rattler to get one more ride in the back row, but it ended up being 2.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride on the Iron Rattler.
We're getting to the part of our day where it is time to wind down, so we've decided to finish off our trip with a ride on the train. And with that concludes our day at Fiesta, Texas. Good day at that. As we take our final looks for the day of Six Flags Fiesta Texas, we have to acknowledge how beautiful the scenery and set design and theming and whatever you want to call it of this entire park is. I'm glad that we got to visit on a day with 0 waits, so we could really appreciate all of it. And even though I do feel like I got to do that, I cannot wait to come back, because this was such a pleasant park to exist in. I loved it. I'm so glad I was here.